Some of the richest people in the entire world are from South Asian culture. Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, as well as Jawed Karim, the co-founder of YouTube. Jawed Karim has a net worth of around $350 million, and Sundar Pichai has a net worth of around $600 million. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name's Nayar, and this is a channel all about men's lifestyle, self-improvement, mental health, confidence, career, finances, dating, relationships, and so much more, man. So before we hop into the video, be sure to hit the subscribe button, drop a like. And in this video, I'm going to give you Indian secrets to becoming wealthy. Indian secrets, South Asian secrets to becoming wealthy. Now, I'm giving you these secrets based off of my own research that I've done, and also from observations that I've seen being an Indian American guy, observations that I've seen growing up from my own family. Now, the first secret that most Indian people utilize is taking advantage of the power of higher education. Now, I know nowadays there's a trend on the internet with all these influencers, dropping out of school to go pursue their careers, to go become YouTubers, TikTok influencers, dropping out of school, becoming streamers, doing whatever, people saying how education is BS and how you don't learn anything in college. And look, man, although there are people that go that route and have become successful, the vast majority of people aren't going to be able to follow that route. The vast majority of people don't have that kind of work ethic. They don't have that kind of discipline to sit down themselves and figure things out by themselves. Most people need some kind of guide to get from point A to point B. Most people need some type of person to really hold them accountable and making sure they're getting the steps done to achieving a successful life. Majority of people actually need college, need the power of higher education. Those two people I mentioned earlier in this video, Sundar Pichai and Jawed Karim, things that I've noticed is that they have a very strong educational background. One, they believed in the power of higher education. They both have master's degrees from Stanford University. They both have family members that also pursued education in STEM fields such as engineering. And the one thing that I've noticed that a lot of successful Indian people have, man, it's the fact that they utilize the power of education to their advantage. In fact, they use college to their advantage by getting these engineering degrees. And in the example of Sundar, right? He's the creator of Google Drive, the creator of Gmail, right? He got a job with Google in 2004. He worked his way up the ranks, right? He led his teams. He was very successful. And with the skills that he learned through college, through his master's in engineering degree, they enabled him for a lot of success in his company, eventually enabling him to become a leader at Google and lead a team to develop platforms such as Google Drive. And in the case with Jawed Karim, right, it's the same exact thing. Engineering degree, master's degree, right? Going to Stanford and then utilizing those skills, teaming up with a group of other people to create a platform only after learning the skills that he acquired from higher education from Stanford. Then they went on to develop the platform of YouTube, right? So higher education can really go a long way, man. And I really look at my family background as well. I have cousins who are presidents of their own companies, vice presidents of their own companies. They all have that same type of work ethic. They all went through the path of pursuing higher education, not just a bachelor's degree, but taking it one step further, getting a master's degree, man, getting a master's degree in tech. That is another huge thing, right? The power of just getting a higher education degree in a tech field, right? Computer science, engineering, in this tech-based world that we lived in, Indians thrive in that. Indians thrive because they know how valuable an education is, a higher education is, to stand out in a hard, difficult field of technology, of engineering, of computer science, a field that not many people even enroll in because they just don't have the discipline, they just don't have the work ethic to go through with it, man. Now, going on to the second secret, it has really more to do with a man's work ethic. So growing up as an Indian American, never had like any fancy clothes, fancy shoes that a lot of these American westernized kids had growing up in high school. You know, I never had a lot of these fancy items, right? And what that taught me, definitely as an Indian American man, is the power of just hard work ethic and just delayed gratification, not being so addicted to dopamine all the time. I remember often during my summers, as most kids were off at pool parties, partying, and just, you know, having the time of their life in the summer. My summers during elementary school were spent learning how to multiply fractions, learning, you know, calculus as I got older, spent doing math problems, spent working on different hobbies. I spent a lot of my summers not having the traditional American westernized summer where most kids would be out playing with their friends, you know, just causing trouble, going to the pool, doing activities like that. A lot of my summers were spent really just studying all the time, doing workbooks. And not just me, but a lot of Asian American people, a lot of Asians, South Asians, all around, we have this work ethic where in times of just breaks, right? During downtime, where everybody else is just sitting there relaxing, we still have our foot on the pedal. We still have the discipline. We still have the work ethic to keep going. Just having the discipline at a younger age to just keep your foot on the pedal, right? Not saying we never had fun in the summers, but compared to your average American guy, right? We were doing a lot more studious activities in the summer. It wasn't always just fun and games all the time. So the thing is, a lot of Indian families, they really instill that level of discipline in their kids, being productive for at least a good amount of the day, not just always fun and games. And this is a concept that really has led a lot of Indians to a lot of success, just having that level of discipline at a very, very young age. And this trait is very common in Asian and South Asian culture, and it's a huge reason why a lot of Indian people are able to achieve that level of success, man. Now, the third Indian/South Asian secret to becoming wealthy is actually a lot more easier than you think, and that is the power of close family ties and pooling your income together. A lot of Indian people, right? They pool their resources together. They have a lot of these joint bank accounts. Having that close-knit family tie really goes a long way versus, you know, your traditional American household, right? Where the American guy gets kicked out at the age of 18 and then, you know, goes to college and then goes off, meets a girl, goes, lives with his girl, and starts his life and starts really losing touch with his family, right? Think about having a bank account with multiple people, having multiple six-figure jobs all in your bank account, right? And everybody has that trust, everybody has that communication, because having that family values of integrity, honesty, having that close-knit ties to your family that a lot of Indian people have, right? It just creates a level of stableness and a level of just respect between each other. And having that pooled income, right, is a concept that most American people don't do because they've become so distant from their families. Having those strong family values, having that strong family culture, it goes a long way, which is something that a lot of people in Western society don't have these days. They just don't. A lot of people go off, right, to college, and then after college, they just go move in with roommates, move in with their girlfriend, start creating just all these multiple barriers to just, you know, go distant from their family. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with living by yourself, right? I encourage living by yourself. However, at the same time, if you live by yourself, don't lose touch with your family, man. Don't just put your walls up all the time. family values. People don't think, you know, you could have other siblings. You could have a huge family, right? Everybody working their own jobs, right? Making six-figure incomes. Just imagine the amount of resources, the amount of wealth that just goes around if you all were to just pool it all into one account, man. These are all secrets that we learned as South Asians. So hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope you learned something. And as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts below, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.